swore to enforce the law, but now admits he broke it by taking part in the deadly beating of an inmate from Rochester. That former correctional officer, originally charged with murder, is now an inmate himself and will serve 15 years for manslaughter in the death of Robert Brooks. Good afternoon. I'm Matt Malloy. Karen is off. Christopher Walrath is one of 10 corrections officers accused in Brooks' death and one of the 6 to originally be indicted on murder charges. Robert Brooks was halfway through a 12-year sentence for assault when he was transferred to Marcy Correctional Facility in Utica County in December. Authorities say body-worn camera footage shows corrections officers beating Brooks, who died the next day. Walrath is the only defendant so far to plead guilty in the case. 13 WHAM's Natalie Calzatoni breaking down today's proceedings. Natalie, good evening.
Good evening, Matt. Walrath's guilty plea comes shortly after all 10 corrections officers accused in Brooks' beating death were granted additional time to consider plea deals. Brooks' son saying this is one important but modest step on the long road to justice for his father. Former Marcy Corrections Officer Christopher Walrath admitting to his involvement in the beating death of Robert Brooks in an Utica County courtroom Monday.
Manslaughter in the first degree, guilty or not guilty? Guilty.
36-year-old Walrath was one of 6 corrections officers facing second-degree murder charges. Special Prosecutor William Fitzpatrick says based on the evidence and his judgment, the blows Walrath inflicted on Brooks were non-lethal. And the plea to first-degree manslaughter was agreed to be a fair disposition.
The serious damage was done to Mr. Brooks in the emergency room, about his head and about his neck and his groin. But I do not believe that Walrath's blows were independently fatal. Walrath was in the arsenal. He had nothing to do with the arrival of Mr. Brooks. He voluntarily got up from his post and joined in on the assaults.
Fitzpatrick says Walrath took part in all 3 of the assaults on Brooks. In court, the former prison guard also admitted to putting Brooks in a chokehold, intentionally striking him in the groin, and never reporting the beatings.
This individual has been a corrections officer for over a decade. He is about to become an incarcerated individual for 15 years. If he doesn't have remorse, then there's something seriously disconnected in his thinking.
The family of Brooks present in the courtroom. Robert Brooks Jr. releasing a statement that says in part, "I pray that Mr. Walrath has the opportunity in prison to rehabilitate himself and come out a better man. This is what every single person in prison deserves, but it was viciously taken away from my father." And the Department of Corrections releasing a statement that says in part, Commissioner Daniel Marticello has repeatedly condemned the actions of the staff that took part in the murder of Robert Brooks and has vowed not to normalize these horrific acts and is working to make changes. The commissioner goes to say today's pleas are another step towards justice for Brooks and his family. And Walrath is scheduled to be sentenced in August. He will remain out on the bond he posted. Fitzpatrick says he has not had any recent discussions with any of the other defendants' attorneys on if any other plea offers will be accepted or denied. Matt.